Daniel, you're making a film, Hawker, about the First World War, and I've written a play, Remembrance, also about the First World War. And I think my one takeaway word is pragmatic. We can all argue about the general should have done this and general should have done that. I seriously challenge that. It was a time in history where ground could be defended with a machine gun, with barbed wire, etc. And you could not have a successful attack until later in the war, when they had this idea of total war with aeroplanes and radio and all sorts of other things. I'm quite forgiving of the generals. I mean, it's not a very fashionable thing to be forgiving of the generals, because I understand how impossible their job was. I mean, do you have an overarching view about the war?
Yes, and that's what I think the thing for me about World War One is that it's just, as you use the word, it's complex. They were really absolutely stuck. They just didn't know what to do, and they were just stuck in this stalemate, but also a morality stalemate. Because when we look at Second World War, it's a very much more clear-cut good versus evil. No, I'm not saying that we were all incredibly good, but the First World War is a really complex argument of the morality of the whole situation.
I think of the First World War as a catastrophe. It was a catastrophe from beginning to end. Should it have happened? How it happened? Everything about it. There's very little redeeming features in war, and let's not even go to the redeeming features. I get a little bit frustrated when people say, well, and people may disagree with me. Well, yes, but it led to a greater respect for women because of the work they did and getting the vote, etc. And as far as I'm concerned, well, wait another 20 years, because it wasn't worth 20 million deaths to accelerate something that possibly was in the march of history and may have taken a bit longer. Not a fashionable idea, but nothing, no progress, the progress of the internal combustion engine, the progress of wireless, etc. Any progress that happened technologically was not worth, as Bismarck would have said, not worth the blood of a Pomeranian grenadier.
It is just a problem from beginning to end.